Bom, então agora vamos receber Mark Borg para conduzir esse momento. Começa agora a SiGMA Startup Pitch South America. So, welcome to the stage.
Thank you very, very much. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the SiGMA and BiS SiGMA Startup Pitch 2026 here in South America's Brazil, in Sao Paulo at the Transamerica Expo Center. We're here for the 4th edition of the SiGMA Startup Pitch, and I'm very excited to see some really nice, colorful companies coming here to pitch their wonderful ideas, all here for one reason: to claim the title, the prestigious title of the SiGMA Startup Pitch winner. I would like to jump right in it. We have a cast of judges that will be judging by points. 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, of course, and hoping that these numbers together will claim, or rather reign, a winner amongst these 6 startups here today. The rules are very simple. We're going to have 6 pitches, or actually rather 5. Unfortunately, one of us has not turned up. But the rules are very simple. We have 3 minutes to pitch your ideas, after which the judges will be asking questions for a duration of 5 minutes. I am here to make everything fair. So you have 3 minutes to pitch your ideas. By minute 3, I will be stopping you. You are not allowed to go a second longer. We need to be fair. We need to give the opportunity for everyone to be judged fairly. So without further ado, these are the rules. You understand the game. I would like to start off by calling the first judge on stage. Ladies and gentlemen.
Vinicius Moraes de Carvalho, investment partner Ikigai Ventures. Vinicius has over 10 years of experience working as an investor and operator at the intersection of finance and tech. He has been an active venture capital investor at leading funds in Europe and Latin America and holds an MBA from ESADE, Spain. Thomas Carvalhes, CEO, founder, TCI Gaming Advisors. Thomas Carvalhes is a leading authority in Brazilian and Latin American iGaming. Named 2022 BiS SiGMA South America Executive of the Year, he has over 17 years of experience specializing in market entry, compliance, and scaling global brands in Brazil. Carvalhes is also a founding member of Abrajogo. Leonardo Benitez, CEO, Propane. Leonardo Benitez is CEO of Propane, a Brazilian-based iGaming marketing agency driving data-led growth aligned with regulation. With expertise in marketing and strategy, he delivers scalable results. He also serves as a deputy director at Angel, supporting a sustainable regulated industry. Proudly supported by our esteemed partners, R77, Chips, CSB Group, AWS, ZBX, and iGaming Academy, whose generous contributions are enhancing our exceptional, highly coveted pitch prize.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I have a free seat right over there, and I couldn't think about anyone better to fill that seat than my friend, the head of marketing for South America with BiS and SiGMA. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for none other than Nuno Bispo. And on just a quick note, there has been a slight mistake in the voiceover over there. Vinicius, you are not 10 years in the industry. So that makes it 20, ladies and gentlemen. 10 more years of experience, 10 more years of good judging. So I'm going to jump right into it, ladies and gentlemen. We'll start with our very first startup pitch from Lock Z. Welcome on stage. Hakan, very nice to meet you. You're more than welcome to take the podium if you would like. And when you give me the go, I will start the timer for you. So get comfortable as soon as you're ready. Are you ready? Okay, let's start the timer for Hakan. Good luck.
Welcome to LOX, the live competition. So welcome to LOX, the live competition platform for sports fans. Poker creates champions, esports creates champions, but for sports fans, there is no stage to become one. Until now, one platform, two powerful solutions. Our LOX.com website offers daily fantasy sports tournaments in a simplified version, how we call it F-Sports. And second, our LOX watch parties. We are hosting live venue events, headlining two content creators battling against each other with their friends in the crowd and watching the match on the big screen, creating unforgettable moments. Every will be a marketing event for us. So we tested our user validation in our free-to-play mode in the last couple of months. We created our over 2,000 tournaments, and right now, since our soft launch in January, we have around 80 weekly active players. So what's next? Our creator pilot will go live with the next rounds in the Champions League. We have a YouTuber who has over 500,000 followers who will live stream on our site. And we are also preparing for the World Cup, our watch parties. And right now what is happening is our operator launch. So this is our go-to-market strategy in real money play. First, we offer our platform to existing operators with an existing user database. So that will give us chance to get revenue from day one and also important numbers to prepare us for the next step, which is our brand in partnership with an operator when we enter a new market, like for example in Brazil. But our end goal is to become our fully licensed operator. Back, please. Yeah. Right now we are looking for an investor to achieve this. So with every creator pilot program, operator partnership, and every watch party that we host, that will help us to scale the business. No, one back. Yep. So with the relationships that we have with our content creators, we have already access to existing communities. That will help us let them play on our site. The leaderboards, the rankings, the tournament points, they will all stay on our site. And unforgettable moments, for example, in our watch parties, they will be attached to our brand. Our other platforms, they limit you when you get too good. In LOX, we give you a trophy. Thank you.
Congratulations. Thank you very much, Hakan. Let's hear it for Hakan from LOX-Z. You seem to have your pitch right on spot. You even left time on the clock. Congratulations.
Thank you. Just in case I get a little bit nervous, I want to have time.
This is your moment. This is your moment. Now it's time for the judges to start their questions. Who would like to go first? Vinny, would you like to start off?
Yeah, I can start.
Let's start the timer.
So from my understanding, you produce those games as well. You create the games as well, right? And you're trying to, the go-to-market strategy is to attract the influencers or streamers and so on, and then bring their community with.
Exactly.
A lot of them, especially in iGaming, they have contracts with other publishers or even operators. How do you intend to compete or bring them on board to your platform when they are actually getting paid substantial amount of money by your competitors?
That's the nice thing about our product, because sports is such a big audience that we can start with the micro creators and scale up. So other than offering them the money, for example, we offer them also something else, clicks. So we give them a stage to present themselves, to create viral videos, which will help them as well in their business.
Let me follow up with one question.
Yep.
A lot of them can do this right now through streams, for any kind of company that does stream, Twitch and so on. Why would they be engaged in your platform specifically when they already have their community and they can just log into a Twitch account
Yep.
and do the same.
Because we offer them the live stage. IRL streams right now are taking over. So we give them actually a stage where they come in a natural environment, watch the match, and share the emotions with the viewers at home as well.
So I'm having a bit of a hard time to understand the model. So your platform connects inside the platform of an operator with creators, watch parties, and everything. So where's the money coming from? Are you like working as affiliate, or are you inside as a service provider for the operator?
So this is our first step to enter the real money market with the partnership with an operator. But our end goal is to be our own operator. We are collecting 10 to 15% rake of each tournament that we have. We have repeatable tournaments, like for example, the one-to-ones. As an example, one user can play 20 tournaments against 20 different players for the same match.
How are you gonna attract the creators for your platform?
As I mentioned, we are giving them a stage because right now it's so hard to create authentic content because every stream looks the same. So when we put them on stage with a meaning, because the logs battle, there is something on the line. And that will create a natural environment to create authentic content for their platform as well.
So thank you. Thank you for the presentation. My question is very simple. How different would you, Hakan, how different would that be from Twitch or Kick, for instance? What would be your USP for the creator, for the streamers?
So, for example, the streams of the content creators, they are attached to our live page on the side. So when they stream, they can also promote their stream, and they will get like new audience from other streams.
So, well, all my colleagues went through the product and the business model. So I'm going to ask you now something more related to the audience and the partnerships that, that you are probably willing to establish. So I'll ask you, does your project fit the needs of regional, fit the need for regional content and influencers? And why do I say this? Brazil is a country that needs to be lived in order to be understood. How comfortable do you feel as for the Brazilian and Latin American market to implement this?
So that's why we want to enter a new market like Brazil with an operator partnership who can help us to navigate through this whole market. And with the relationships with the content creators, for example, we are already in direct contact with potential users from their communities.
Okay, that's it.
In which geo you validated the free test that you did with the product? Can you share in which country you did?
That was in Malta. We basically had a test period with fantasy sports experts. We created a league between us and played for over like 4 months and improved our product. And since January, we have a soft launch and already over 450 users registered.
How big is the team right now?
Thomas, I'm so sorry. I'm going to have to stop.
Aww.
Timer is over. Thank you very much, Hakan. This was Logzi. Congratulations. We need to keep it fair. We need to keep it fair. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Ifan XP.
Hello, everybody.
We're just having a small technical problem. We just want to make it as fair as possible. We're just loading the slide right now for you.
Don't worry.
So you can familiarize yourself with your podium now, get your stance, practice your breathing.
I'm ready.
Tell us your name.
I'm ready.
Tell us your name.
My name is Ariel Salvetti. I come from Argentina. I'm a founder of Ifan XP. It's a pleasure to be here and be a part of SiGMA 2026.
Thank you very much. Lovely to have you over here.
Great.
Matthew, are we good to go? Fantastic. Are you ready to go?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Let's go.
Okay, as I say, my name is Ariel Salvetti. I'm a founder of the company IFAN XP. We deploy and offering Wi-Fi for stadiums. For example, everybody knows that Latin America stadiums, you are inside the stadium, they don't have connections, they don't have nothing to do. Remember, 2 hours before the game, nothing like entertainment, okay? We are working on 4 countries right now. We have 14 stadiums, and our base on audience is 8 million fans, right? We deployed revenue, or we create revenue with 7 new verticals of digital market, okay? As we say, we cover 700 seats. We work in Peru, Argentina, Chile, and Brazil. We deployed the login process that connect to Wi-Fi. Our base model is always with a sponsorship and easy win-win process, for example, okay? And it's a high density, the data of every fans are ready to engage and to be used for a sponsor, okay? For example, what is the live, when the brands lives in a stadium, the naming of the Wi-Fi is like Betano Wi-Fi, for example. When everybody users connect to the Wi-Fi, get direct to the Wi-Fi, we have some filter, we can engage with both to MVP, for example, with the big screen, or we can get food, or we can get a parking lot around the stadium. And finally, we create the whole ecosystem digital to increase the revenue for the teams. We are one partner to do 7 vertical markets as Wi-Fi, as a cashless solution, as engagement solution, to interact and create digital experience, to sell merchandising, and finally get entertainment, lesser. And this is the biggest way. In our market, the match day revenue is increased every year in every worldwide stadiums. This is our presence in Argentina, Chile, Brazil, and Peru. We are in 14 stadiums. We have at least 3 years and 3 stadiums like River Plate in Argentina, and Universitario de Peru, the last Copa Libertadores game, and Vélez Sarsfield. And every activation is measured. It's a real data. It's a real revenue for brands. And when you activate the brands in every stadium, finally we get the ROI, okay? And why activate with IFAN XP? Finally, we create a win-win experience.
Thank you very, very much. A round of applause for his pitch, IFAN XP.
Okay.
Now, I must say, while I was listening to your pitch, I saw Leonardo literally scraping every inch of that presentation. I'm going to start off with you. I'm sure you have a question right up your sleeve.
Yeah. My first question is a really quick one. Are you aware that you already have like a hard competition here in Brazil of at least 3 companies, especially with the Wi-Fi? I think the solution that you provided is more complete, but especially with Wi-Fi, we already have some big guys doing this here in Brazil.
It's a really good question. For example, the mindset of the teams is sell young players and to be a championship. They don't have a technical strategy to get ROI for this. Many manufacturers Wi-Fi, it's only seller, one shot, one game. You must pay the whole infrastructure. We change this business way as well, and we create the investment and the fund like a sponsorship and the revenue for the teams. They don't pay nothing right now. Right now, we don't have any competition that do that. Advertising, fan engagement, sponsorship, and better experience in the stadium. We are not only a hardware seller, okay? We create a business way.
Okay, what is stopping you to talk with more stadiums since your solution is cheaper for them and brings more revenue? What is stopping you to, to cover the whole Brazil, for example?
Right now we are growing not only than Brazil, and we are growing to Europe too. For example, we have 15 stadiums at the end of 2027. We are working on 30 stadiums in Latin America, for example. This year is a great opportunity. Every decision makers go to USA and see the live experience, the NBA experience. And when they come back, they want the solution. And they are ready. For example, next year, FIFA 2027 World Cup of Women, they have 8 cities that FIFA requires the technology Wi-Fi for the fans, cashless solution, and final engagement. And this is a great opportunity to get the time to market and finally get the coverage to 80 stadiums of Brazil, for example.
I swear it's my last one, guys, but do you show ads and push notifications? So how you engage like in a more active way, not just a passive of you expect that the guy will download, but for example, do you provide the access for the Wi-Fi only with the app, or he can connect in and see some ads like in your other products?
No, it's like an airport. You have a connection, you have a splash pay or portal captive, tela de Benvinda, and when you connect, we get the brand. And then you have a whole schedule to 5 minutes before the interval of the minute. You can get the food and you can pay and to make a pickup point. And this concept, for example, in Arena Fontinova, we have SIG ready, like a sponsorship of transactions in every stadium and acquisition to payment. And we have Casa de Apostas as a sponsor of the Wi-Fi. And finally, we create the journey of the users to before, during, end the game, and at home. You can connect everywhere with SMS, push notification, WhatsApp, contest, vote MVP, fan cam, and every as user have in mind like NBA, but in Latin America.
You're coming to 10 years old right now, yeah? I think it says here 1st of March of 2016. That's when the company was started. So you're coming to be a 10 years old company. Can you tell me the revenue and income of the company? You don't need to get to the specific, it's just a ballpark. And I'll follow up with this question.
Yeah.
What you're doing, I think, for stadiums, I think there's not many around Brazil and Latin America in general, but it's very similar to what other companies do, for instance, in festivals. They provide the whole Wi-Fi, they provide POS, and so on and so forth. And this is not listed as your competitor, but I think they will become your competitor very soon.
Yeah.
So my question to you is, that's why I ask revenue and net income. Are you prepared to this level of competition?
I suppose yes, we are growing, and every stadium, for example, per year have $250,000 per stadium, but obviously we are increased because we are moving to B2B sponsor and teams, but transform to B2C, to the audience and to get 8 million of fans.
And what's your differentiation against those companies that already do this, but in other verticals, in other industry?
Right now, we are the unique that we are advisor, we get the sponsorship, we get the software, we get the software, and finally create a win-win experience for everyone.
Thank you very, very much. This was Ethan XP.
Thank you.
Very well done. Up next, and third startup pitch of the day, Notre Brazil. Did I get it right? Super. So once again, welcome on stage. We are ready when you are.
That's okay.
Let's go.
The regulated Brazilian market has changed the rules from now, and now everything changes. Today, we face a complex reality. Communication is being restricted. Sponsorships are inflated, and lead generations for operators has never been so expensive. The biggest bottleneck is not education deficit, is education deficit. Players confused betting is invested, blow their bankrolls in matter of days or maybe hours, and trigger an instant churn, destroying the operator's revenue very fast. This is where North comes in. We transform responsible games in your biggest market assets. I will say how you do that. We are an education intelligence center. Our AI runs real-time behaviors screener and delivers personalized financial health tracks and ensures strict compliance with the demands of SCPA and the Ministry of Finances. How does it work in practice? Our teams already process over 6,000 daily interactions in mental health. So you are in this play a long time ago. This is a machine of generation qualified leads in a large scales. We attract the audience, educate them, and delivers a conscientious players with much higher LTV for the operators. Our B2B model operates through sponsorship quotas like Essential, Strong, and Pioneer. This shields the operators with organically attracts new users. Our leadership teams build operations designed to dominate these markets. Our seed round is now open to make North sales the stand across Latin America, project 50 million in revenue in the next 3 years. North now is the bridge between legal compliance and the operators profitably. The game has changed. And remember, who plays smart plays forever. Thanks.
Thank you very much. Are you sure there's nothing else you would like to add with 20 seconds left on the clock?
I just want to say that it's very good to see in the SiGMA, everybody talk about the importance of responsible gaming. And very happy to be here to talk about this issue.
Very well said and very well received. Thank you. Thank you very much. Are we ready, judges? Who's going to be taking the first question? Nuno, would you like to jump in this?
So, where are you based? Where are you based?
In Brazil, in Belo Horizonte.
Okay, so do you have this running already?
We come from the mental health market. We already play in that market, and we come from there with a lot of cases that enter in our system with problems with gambling. And so you did a personnel jointly for them, and then take it off of the main company, and then we start this company that always gives to the operator opportunity to do that brand with the market, with the market.
Other than the operators themselves, who would be your partners on this business model?
Yeah, government, and we are talking with a lot of them. We have a sponsorship way to enter the market. So we also work with some players like institutes. A lot of institutes we talk about. They send some problem gambling players to us, and we'll take them to give leads and also some influencer to that market. We create influencers from the problem. There's a problem, we treat them, and then we create influencers to make this market more accessible to everyone.
Okay, good.
I think the growth projection is quite aggressive. You mentioned 50 million. 50 million is it Brazilian reais in the next 2 years?
No, 3 years. Yeah.
3 years.
3 years, yes.
Okay, understood. And your end client will be mainly the operators, right? The online operators.
Operators and also government.
Can you take us through very quickly in how exactly the company makes a buck? You sell those apps to the operators?
No, we have some. We have a school that teaches that. We have some class. That class is like 1,000 to 10,000 assets, and then we have sponsorship for the operators that put the brand inside the class, and we sell that players. And with that we make it together the gaming. The responsible gaming with the sponsorship of that brand.
Really quick, but if the person is taking that class about responsible gaming, there's a big chance that this person probably had a problem with ludopathy or something like that. This is not something common that someone, oh, I'm gonna do a course for responsible gaming because I won. So you are suggesting to advertise a brand for someone that is taking a class of responsible gaming.
Yes. Responsible gaming is seen like a cost for the operators. And we can make that cost converge in a revenue to them. How we do that? We get in the market a lot of players that could problem. You get the deployment in our system. We have a lot of data about them, and then you can create a lot of paths of how we instruct them. So we can convert that in a solution, like a market asset for the brand.
You mentioned here several places in this piece of paper. Legal dossier, legal shield against regulatory liabilities. Anyway,
yes.
Legal framework.
Yes.
My question to you is this. Just to illustrate, recently in the startup ecosystem in the US, there was a big case of a company that was doing automated compliance for startups and was actually just replicating one dossier to another. So in the end of the day, they are the ones liable for that because a company trusts on them to provide them the legal advisory, and they didn't. So that company is going to go bankrupt for sure. My question to you, how did you create this framework that you are not liable when, I don't know, someone contests this dossier? Let's say someone goes to the justice and say, hey, operator, I don't agree with this dossier. In the end of the day, the operator is going to say, I got the dossier from that guy there.
We have a dashboard with all the numbers that's open to the operators. With that numbers, they can print that, get that number, and with any cause of process, he can get the specific file of that guy and show how you keep them in the game.
Thank you very, very much. Ladies and gentlemen, this was Notre Brazil. Congratulations on your pitch.
Tá bom.
Thank you. Next on stage, we have 2 pitches left. Let's go with Voxfy. Welcome on stage. Lovely to have you. Hi, please. What's your name and where are you from?
My name is Fernando Carvalho, co-founder of Voxfy from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil.
Ah, sweet. Lovely to have you over here, Fernando. Fernando, are you ready for your 3-minute pitch?
Yes, I'm ready, yes.
Okay, are we ready? No, we're not. Okay. And we are. Let's go.
Hello, everyone. Prediction markets are a new market that's transforming opinion into prices. Around the world, billions of dollars are already traded every month, forecasting elections, economic events, major global outcomes. Prediction markets are one of the most powerful forecasting tools we ever created. But there's a problem. Launching a prediction market is extremely difficult. You need complex trading infrastructure, you need market makers, and mostly you need liquidity. Because without liquidity, markets simply don't work. That's exactly the problem that Voxfy solves. Voxfy is a white label infrastructure for prediction markets. We allow brokers, media companies, and betting operators to launch their own prediction market in weeks instead of years. Your brand, our infrastructure. But the real innovation behind Voxfy is our shared liquidity network. All Voxfy partners connect to the same liquidity pool, which means every new partner strengthens the entire ecosystem. More partners, more liquidity, better markets. Our business model is B2B infrastructure. We generate revenue through trading fees, white label licensing, and liquidity services. As more partners join the network, the platform becomes stronger and more valuable. Prediction markets won't just trade. Prediction markets are rapidly emerging as a new information asset class. In the future, markets won't just trade stocks, sports, but also other subjects. People will forecast election outcomes, economic indicators, technological breakthroughs, and major events. Markets won't just trade those assets, they will price the future. And Foxfi is building the infrastructure that make that possible. I will borrow the last seconds to this short video. We don't have the audio?
I would like to reset the timer to 40 seconds, please, until we can sort out the sound. Would that be okay?
Okay.
I mean, good thing there is a subtitle.
Yeah,
so if you guys are reading right now,
we can move together. We can
Of
send the
course.
video to the judges after all.
So, just we do apologize. It's just a small technical
No
issue.
worries.
We'll start the timer again from 40 seconds, and we'll have you play your video. Yeah.
Okay.
So, of course, there's many questions I would like to ask the judges right now, but I cannot because of the technical issue. We'll have all this right after the last startup pitch. We'll get the comments from our judges and understand the validation, the execution and design of these businesses, and also the business model. Can we have this starting again? I had no idea you're going to start it. 40 seconds, and let's have the video start again. Fernando.
Paris, na era das grandes invenções. Nas ruas, a notícia da disputa pelos céus já corria. Mas ninguém acreditava no brasileiro. Olhavam para os números e viam só 2% de chance. Só que a história mostrou, quando um brasileiro entra no jogo, vale a pena ir contra as probabilidades. Desafio óbvio na Foxfi. Sua opinião tem valor.
Thank you for recapping.
My pleasure. Fernando, thank you very much. This was Voxfi, ladies and gentlemen. A round of applause. Judges, I know you're super ready for this. I would like to start off with Thomas, please.
Thank you, and thank you. Okay, my question is, what's the commercial models? How will you charge your potential clients, which I know will be operators, now prediction market operators? And yeah, let's start with that one.
Yeah, sure. Basically, the revenue is from white label licensing, also from splitting revenue share in the trading fees that are covered in the platform. And also in the future, we expect to have some revenue on data selling because prediction markets collect very valuable data as well.
Very good. And what's the valuation like, more or less? What you're projecting, let's say, 3 years as well?
The valuation of the company, you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have bootstrapped until now, so the company was launched last year. We are running into a formal investment round in the very few weeks. The valuation will be $10 million pre-money, and we're expecting to raise up to $2 million.
Thank you.
Not getting into the regulation side, but from what I can see in the possible prediction market in Brazil, there are several major players kind of engaging. From the names that I saw, BTG Pactual, XP, even B3, even Bovespa. So my question to you, you said that the main differentiation of your platform is actually the liquidity. Those guys bring the liquidity for whatever they want, basically. Yeah, sure. Those main competitors. Further, I've received recently several decks of prediction market startups in Brazil. So what's actually the differentiation for you?
Yeah, but, there's not only one prediction market in the country. B3, XP, BTG, they are in the derivatives market, and they have a very specific regulation for that themes. We're calling our market the off market. So they are on market and we are off market. Other subjects such as geopolitics, entertainment, there are many subjects that are not explored in the on market side, on the derivatives market, different from the United States. The local regulation on derivatives is very focused on priceable financial assets. So we are discussing infrastructure for all the other prediction market, all the other subjects that will be covered by prediction market future events.
So it depends a lot on something that you cannot control, right? How the regulation is going to play out for the prediction market in Brazil.
Yeah, we of course, regulation is a very important piece of our play. We've been discussing with regulators in all sides, so we have currently 3 regulations that are impacting the local prediction market. The first one is the securities regulation with CVM. CVM is very focused on concentrating on priceable financial assets, and that's happening right now. We have the SPA regulating sports betting, fixed odds sports betting. We don't cover sports in the platform as well, and we have a specific regulation for elections. So we don't cover elections as well. So I'm talking about the other subjects which are a very important piece of the market. And of course we're looking close to the regulators to make sure that we are in the right position and are compliable with the local regulation as soon as it evolves in the prediction market as well.
Well, you mentioned that one of the main challenges for a prediction market operator is to provide the liquidity. So one of the main challenges. Please explain where does your liquidity come from, and how will you manage to scale up the business with this liquidity?
Yeah. So basically, we have a very strong focus on liquidity. The first one, of course, is bringing new users from the B2C operation. The second one is bringing other operators to bring their customer base to trade in the platform. So it will be infrastructure, a common infrastructure for the market. As soon as you have more operators, you have more people trading on our books. And we're basically building a liquid market infrastructure that has different kinds of operators and also own customers playing in the book. Also, we have developed automated market making infrastructure, technological, that we are having liquidity in the book since the beginning, and we are operating with those bots as well.
Thank you, Fernando. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for VoxFi. Lovely having you, Fernando. Our last pitch for the day. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome on stage, and I hope I'm going to say it right, Dale Academy. All right. Felipe, let's have you on stage. Lovely to have you. Felipe, for those who don't know you, your name, we know already. Where do you come from?
Hello, I'm Felipe Fraga from Belo Horizonte, Brazil. One more for Belo Horizonte.
Let's hear it for Brazil one more time, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. Felipe, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are we ready? Let's roll it.
Hello guys, I'm here to present the Academy, or Dali Academy, depending on how you want to say. It's strange to speak only 3 minutes and speak in English for you guys, my friends from Brazil. Well, Dali Academy is a new company born a few months ago, try to solve a big problem in Brazil. We have a demand of correct people ready to work in our industry, and we need to have these people working in our industry. So we have a demand and offering in an industry that grows a lot. We know the numbers, we know the necessity we have to have good people working in this industry, and the gap that we have until form those people from the beginning in the different industry until be ready to work is huge. So the idea of the Academy is to solve this problem with correct education, with a good prompt, a good path, a good way from teaching people in exactly the right moments and exactly the right structures for be ready for working in our industry. So our idea is to solve this problem. Operators, providers needing to have someone ready to work. And we create one single solution with a very special methodology created by professionals that have a lot of experience in education, combining also with our experience in this industry. We are a company made for professionals that are working in this industry for many years. So trying to teach what we learn hard way, working hard in these past 7, 10, 11 years, teaching new people to join our industry and to be part of events like this. Our idea is to create this solution to be fast. In a few days, a professional will be done, will be right to start and operate in a company. Instead, it took few months, 6 months, until learn exactly how to do and do not make mistakes. Mistakes have a cost. Well, we have 3 different models. B2C, that's already live. It was our MVP. A corporate working with companies. It's in go to live. We are now talking already with many companies, that a lot of companies are already interested. And of course, it's sponsored access. You can buy a sponsorship package and offer like scholarships for anyone. Courses with 30 hours. We already have 4 courses already working with a good pricing and helping 15 already functions mapped on the site to promote the growing of our industry. Anyway, these 3, B2C, B2B, and new economics with high, good, valuable tickets can be very accessible. So our idea is exactly to solve the problem that we have in this industry. It's already live, it's already working, very different, and I count on you guys to know more about the Yellow Academy, and I'm open to talk about every time. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Felipe. So let's start talking.
Yeah.
Let's start talking. Judges, are we ready? I'd like to give the mic to Leonardo again. I'd like to start off with you. Are we ready for the timer? Leonardo, it's all yours.
So really good that I can do the first question. So really quick one. Does the platform where you host your courses belongs to you, or do you use a third party?
Now we are using a third-party solution, but it's under development. Since you have in our team 2 tech guys, CTOs of some companies, is already working on this.
How are you planning to deal with the changes on the regulation? For example, we are rebuilding the Annex X from CONAR. So does the user have to pay a new fee, or is included all the future updates?
It's included the updates. Our idea is to solve this problem, to record again, depending on the situations, because the courses are made not only with videos, but also with different materials. So our teachers, including me, we are open to update any situation. And believe, of course, it's not easy because we have a lot of different updates. But anyway, our idea is to give to all our clients and customers full access to become updated and ready for any situation we have in our market.
I see you have an educational board, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
Any plans of making this become a certified education under the Brazilian Ministry of Education, so that it becomes actual formal education as well, which is a major step for our sector?
Yeah, that's our dream. Of course, we have plans, because we already have 2 kind of seals of sponsorship and supported. That's unofficial, of course, it's not vinculated with Education Ministry. But our idea is, as soon as we solve this political situation about our industry and the government, to open the doors for us to become like an official and have a seal with MEC, seal to offering to all the clients. We start as academy, but why not we can become a university?
Brazil focused? Only Brazil?
Yes, for now only Brazil, because of the demand we have in our market right now. But we are open to expand as soon as is necessary, as soon as we have strong for this.
Thank you.
Well, I saw on your presentation that you divide B2C and B2B. For me, it's pretty clear that the B2C, it's like for the content, for the onboarding on staff, on the operators, and not only operators, but the other companies as well. But you got my curiosity when you showed the B2C content. So what kind of content would you provide, or at least your client will be providing with you? And who would pay for this, and how would this operator and you guys engage with the audience.
Okay.
So please explain the B2C.
Yeah, the B2C have two different kind of ideas. First, for those that want to enter in the market and that one is not already in our industry and become interested too. And the courses are offering is customer services, general knowledge about operations, and compliance, by the way. That's the one I'm teaching. And the idea is to offer those people to enter in an interview, job interview, already with our CEO, already with our certificate, and show, look, I already know the industry. But also, the idea is for those that already work in our industry and want to grow faster. So for example, is working in customer services, but like to work with compliance, can watch our videos and can do our courses about compliance. Is a basic level, of course. We have more intermediate, and we do already the high level with high teachers, of course, and to make this our courses and become ready to work to grow inside the company.
So the B2C, it's not the B2C has for the betters. It's a
No,
B2C
no.
where we'll be selling the knowledge to people that want to get more information about how to apply to a job in the company.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't want to teach anyone to bet.
That's what I wanted to clarify.
Yeah.
How long would it take, Felipe, to form someone brand new, no iGaming experience? Let's just throw a scenario here. For you to form them, for instance, as a CRM skilled person, just to have an idea.
The basic courses is 30 hours and divided not only with videos. We have video classes divided in 4 modules, each one. We have also like a podcast that we share the knowledge talking about, so it's come an easy, different way of knowledge, and also material. So 30 hours.
Thank you.
DaleAcademy.com.
Till the very last second. Very well filled. Felipe from Dale Academy, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hear it. Thank you very much. Absolute pleasure having you again on stage. So we have about 5 minutes left on the clock. We'll have our stage producers pick up the judges' point taking, and I have a few questions now for the judges. So you can collect the blocks if you would like. So let's count the points and see who's going to be the winner of the 2026 South America Startup Pitch. I am curious. I was here last year, and I must say I was very impressed with all the pitches that were here. However, I'd like to get a feedback from all of you, starting from Nuno, please. How did you think the validation, the execution, the business models, how did they develop from last year? I know you weren't on the pitch, but you have been around, so I'd like to get your feedback.
Yeah, sure. I understand that things get the reflex of what is happening in the market. So we have seen projects that are really reliable in terms of ideas, but also I think that I wanted to explore with the candidates was to understand the regional understanding of them. So I try to privilege the ones that are already meant for the Brazilian market. And in the development from the last 3 years in terms of startup pitch, there are some companies that really have the vision of a future, what is needed, not just on the short term, but on the long term, and in what they can add value, not just to their business on their own, but also to the market and even to the society.
Thank you very much, Nuno. And also, thank you very much for joining us on such short notice.
You're welcome.
You saved my panel, Nuno.
My pleasure.
Leonardo, please, your comments.
For me, it's really special to be here because I pitched here a few years ago.
You have, and now the tables have turned.
Yeah, so for me, it's really special to be a judge here. I think when I pitched it a few years ago, when we started this, the problems were more like black or white. And it's really good to see companies providing solutions for the gray zone, going for further details, further problems. Like, it's not more like a regulation problem. It's not a yes or no. Oh, so let's train, let's impact, let's go for the further step of the industry. This is how we grow. So for me, it's really good to see not just the industry growing, but also the entrepreneurs thinking about the solutions for the details, not only the big problems.
It's great that we're finally patching all the hurdles slowly, and coming up with the right solutions. Amazing. Thomas.
Thank you, Mark. For me, it's also an honor for being here. Thank you for the kind invite. It's very nice to see the way the industry is evolving in Brazil very rapidly, catching everybody, and we need to catch up and be aware of what's happening. For me, first of all, I just want to congratulate all of the companies that have pitched here. Wish them all well, in their future endeavors. For me, as a judge sitting here, listen, there's opportunities everywhere. There's business everywhere. However, it's about the execution. I think the execution always wins. And what do I mean? What do I mean by execution? Mark, judges, companies, and the audience, it's about understanding how to make a buck. Having a very clear understanding of how your company will make a buck at the end of the day. To me, that's the most important part. And I'm very pleased for what I've seen here today. And again, wishing everyone the best of success.
Thank you very much, Thomas. Vinicius, you're not new to the stage, but I wanted to keep my veteran for last. Please, enlighten me.
To be honest, I'm very pleased with what I saw here today. The founders, I know a few of them, the quality of the startups. I remember the first time that we actually held the startup pitch here in Brazil. SiGMA, and me included, we struggled a lot to find startups. It was like a last minute request, Vini, can you please try to find startups? And I was going across LinkedIn, I was going crazy trying to find startups here in Brazil because simply there was no ecosystem. People were not building technological solutions for the iGaming industry because it was a very incipient industry. It was a very greenfield back then. And 4 years from now, we can see the caliber. You can see people engaged in building startups, and so I think there's still the element that lack of funding, let's put it this way. There's no specific funding for iGaming Brazil and so, but I think this will come once people realize that amazing people are trying to build very good products in the industry. So it's a revolving wheel, and I'm like very impressed that this happened. Like seeing the first time and seeing now, it's like completely different thing.
Day and night.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
It's amazing
Vinicius.
to see this.
Thank you very much, Vinicius. I have the winner right in front of me. And I think I'm going to apply to be a judge next year because I've also taken some points down myself, and I've also voted for the same company. Based on what we've just discussed, based on the hurdles and the solutions that we've heard today for these hurdles, we have decided, together with the judges, that the Sears Startup Pitch winner of South America 2026 goes to none other than Dale Academy. Congratulations. Very well done. Thank you very much once again. Congratulations to Dale Academy. Also, congratulations to all the startups that came here today. Do not be discouraged. They were fantastic pitches. We would love to see you back next year. Please do apply. My name is Mark Anthony, and I am very happy to have had you all over here. Thanks for making time out of your busy schedule. I wish you a lovely afternoon, and I'll give you back to your lovely hostess. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you and good day.